Welcome back to the Breakfast Show. We have just one topic for discussion, and it's going to be handled by Okwe. Okwe, I see pictures
Yes.
and I see some stories.
Hmm.
It's quite troubling.
Well, many country that doesn't pay attention to their education is certainly digging the grave for chaos. Nigerian teachers and the necessary interventions in the education sector. Let us begin our conversation this morning with a tweet that was posted by Tracker, as I'm sure that they put a picture up there for us to see. It's a picture of a block of classrooms in a local government in Rivers State. It's a local government in Rivers State, and you look at those pictures and you ask yourself, what exactly would the pupils or students of this school learn? It's a whole lot, actually,
And they learn how to kill snakes
because the snakes will be the ones attending the classes here. There's nothing anybody wants to do about it.
in Delta State
No, this one is River State,
or in River State.
and that's supposed to be one of the richest states in Nigeria. That is supposed to be one of the richest states in this country.
These are the things that Wike should see. I mean, and advise accordingly.
Okay, so there's a report that there's a planned protest by the members of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT chapter, and is yet to commence at the entrance of the Federal Capital Territory Secretariat. However, there's a report that there's a high presence of security operatives stationed just across the entrance of the FCTA headquarters. The union plan protest is part of their ongoing strike action, which commenced on Monday, the 20th of April 2026, over what they describe as unmet demands by the FCT administration. The minister of the FCT is yet to meet the teachers this morning to resolve some of these demands. Okay. There's a tweet that accompanied the picture that we have on our screen, and that tweet is from our tracker. So maybe you should just run through the script real quick this morning. So this is Obite Community Primary School in Eche local government area of River State, and that school has been abandoned for over 10 years. Children whose parents cannot afford private schools are either going to the farm or learning a trade. Some parents have sent their children out of the community just to attend schools in another community, subjecting little children to hours of travel just to access education. So the tweet made by Tracker is appealing to the governor of Rivers State, Governor Similaye Fubara, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Honorable Kelechi Uwogu, Honorable Chima Boniface Njoku. The children of Obite community deserve access to quality education. So we ask the government to prioritize the reconstruction of this school. So it's an appeal. And we've gotten to the place where we have to beg politicians to do what they are voted into office to do. But it's okay. For the future of those kids that want quality education, we will beg them. We're begging the governor of Rivers State. We're begging the honorable commissioner. We're begging the chairman of that particular local government, Eche local government area of Rivers State. Please, look into this school in Obite Community Primary School, and please, it's been abandoned for 10 years. I don't know what they want to learn from that school. Maybe it's bunk, according to what they said, or they want to convert the place to a bunk where criminals will be raised eventually that will come around and terrorize the same community that is supposed to offer them education. Again, we're begging. Please, the chairman of Eche local government, the Rivers State Commissioner of Education, and the governor of Rivers State, please look into that school and give it a new leaf of life. We beg you. Thank you.
Can we discuss this, please? You know, I just sat down and I was thinking while you were reading the story, and I was watching the pictures, and I was saying to myself that I really wonder why any school will be abandoned. I mean, if there's one project that we need to continue to maintain and upgrade, it is
School,
schools,
blocks of
it
school.
is hospitals. You know, those are very key. And then while I was thinking about that, in my mind, something came and I said, and it said to me, you cannot give what you don't have, really. Because you see, we're talking about politicians here. Not every politician has an education, really, if you know what I'm saying. Politics is such that it allows people from diverse backgrounds to come together, you know, to chase a unique, or sorry, yeah, a unique mission or vision. So perhaps it's not important to them. But you see, another thing also came to my mind. I remember when Wike, the same Wike, who seems now to be prim and proper, you know, was Minister for Education at some
Minister
capacity
of State
of
for
states. That's
Education.
why I said some capacity. He was given the contract to build libraries in all the federal government colleges. And I speak to you as the immediate past global president of Federal Government College Lagos. Now, I tell you, at the time they had about 100 federal government colleges or more, and all the libraries that Wike built have gone under, except for about 3 federal government colleges. And so, you know, I'm just giving this background to let you know that to some people, even the educated, it is not important how other people climb that ladder that they once climbed. Talk less of those who are not educated, who cannot even give what they don't have. So you see, it's a complex situation any which way you want to look at it. And what is the complexity of the situation? If you ask me, I think it is just self-centeredness, 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 greed, greed, greed. That's what it is. That's what makes it complex. So as long as it is okay for me, my children, my family, and all those I love
Everybody
and know,
else.
everybody else can, you know, go to sleep. And we forget that the youth of today are the leaders, the future leaders of tomorrow.
Ha.
If we forget that, then we just may as well forget our names.
When will the tomorrow
We
come?
may as well forget who we are. The tomorrow will come. But you know me by now, I'm optimistic, irrespective of what or how. Abiola, the late Kashimawo Abiola, never wore a pair of shoes to school, but he became an accountant. So what am I trying to say? That irrespective, even if it has to be a situation of David where they had to go and look for him among the flock, someone will rise. We will still have future leaders any which way, whether the politicians of today want it or not, we will have, and we will raise good leaders. But I'm saying that it's time for them to shift their concentration away from themselves, you know, to the Nigerian populace, to the masses, to the children, to the women who are in need, who need their support. Education is the bedrock of any nation. We should know that by now. Now, somebody once said, education is a scam. Education is not a scam. That's the truth. I tell you, education is very important. Anybody who's educated will always see things differently. Now, when we talk about education, we don't have to limit it to formal education. But you see, even the great grandparents of back in the day, to some extent, were educated, if you know what I'm saying, by whoever. And they were open to it. That's how come they knew the little that they put into practice to help themselves and their children. But now, you know, there's the opportunity for formal education. to thrive. And I don't know why a Nigerian government is not facing that. But good a thing, we have a new Minister for Education, and information reaches me that he is, he's doing, what he's supposed to do. And I'm actually watching him because I'm interested very much in that sector, because I have dealt with a lot of children in school. I have dealt with the schools. I've dealt with the management of the schools. I've dealt with the stakeholders of the schools. So I'm interested in that sector, and I'm keeping my eyes open, and I'm trying to watch to see what he's going to do differently. You did some very good analysis yesterday on the table, and you took us. No, it wasn't you. Oh, the thing that happens to elders is gradually happening. It's gradually happening. It wasn't you, okay? Because I'm saying that analysis was really in depth. It was somebody who went back in time, way back in time, and way back in time to the ministers, that messed up our educational system. And we need someone, we need a Messiah that will bring us back on track. And I'm just watching to see how much our new minister would do. But one thing is key. Education is not something we can sweep under the carpet. Education is not something that we should sweep under the carpet. Neither is education something that we will sweep under the carpet. If it's going to take us our last breath, we will keep talking about, education on this table, how it can be improved, how we can refocus, to the education sector to ensure that, we have good teachers, and they're teaching the students the right things. We have conducive learning environments for the children. We have all the necessary things that, will make learning a pleasure. And not just for the private schools alone, even for the public schools. I think it's really important that we look inwards. I know the Lagos State government has been doing a lot when it comes to education. The Tolu schools that was recently launched, we must mention that. We must give kudos to the governor. I don't know him, don't think I know him, never seen him physically one-on-one, never spoken to him. But I just see the things that he's doing, and I'm saying kudos. He's taking steps in the right direction, because education is very, very key. Opet tells me, because he visited the site, and he says it can accommodate about 20,000 students. And for me, that's not a joke. It's something that we must keep talking about. We must keep using as a yardstick. We must keep using as a measure, to talk about the positive things in the education sector that have been done by our politicians. And we're saying if that model can be taken to the federal level, it will be a good thing, or to other states, it will be a good thing to do. Let's treat our schools, our public schools, like they are private to us, because children, it doesn't matter whether they're rich children or poor children. Children, people's children, your children, Nigeria's children would go to those places to get a formal education, and a good one at that. So yeah, we need to rechannel our priorities. We need to drop our scale of preference. We need to do the things that we need to do.
Well, that's a long one. And I was just trying to catch up with the thought process, because that was really deep, by the way. But I have, questions to ask. The quality of the ministers of education that we've had in this country from 1999 to now, we need to question the mode of their appointment. If we say education, or they tell you that the reward of a teacher is in heaven, it doesn't work that way. Lagos is a special state for obvious reasons. The teachers in Lagos are like kings to teachers in other states. One ask, Lagos still does incentives. Teacher of the year, secondary school teacher of the year, junior secondary school teacher of the year. They have cooperative where they take care of their teachers. They pay 13 months salaries. They do all those things. Go to Ekiti, go to Anambra, go and look at the conditions at which teachers are living. There are cooperative estates scattered around Lagos for teachers. They have Teachers' Day. Yes, things are not exactly where we think they should be, but the standard in Lagos is a bit different. So when I saw the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa from Lagos, I said, okay, this man can actually interpret or, take some of the templates that we have in Lagos, take it to the other level. How much is the salary of a teacher in Nigeria? I'm not even talking about private school teachers. I'm talking about even government-owned teachers. How much do teachers take home at the end of every month? How many teachers can actually afford to take children? In fact, the private schools, how many private school teachers can pay the tuition, the school fees in the school that they are teaching for their own children? What happens to the fate of the missionary schools that we have in this country? Those were lifesavers. Those were the standard that we're following at some point. So when you remove the Lagos that we said is good, the standard is not even global enough. But when you now remove Lagos from the equation, go to the other states. Go and look at how teachers are surviving. Teachers are selling things in schools. They'll bring sweets, bring kuli, bring granite. They'll come and break egusi in school because they have to look for ways to augment whatever it is that they're earning at the end of the month. So when you have a country that does not exactly show so much interest or is not ready to invest in the education, you are killing your future. We have a Nigerian population where over 60% of our population are young people between the ages of 18 and 35. Then what are you doing to prepare the future of the people that will step into that category? What happens to it? We talk about brain drain. Why would we have brain drain when teachers in Nigeria cannot even afford 3 square meals? How do you want to think enough? What happened to our curriculum? Do we still have curriculum of 10 years ago? There's books that they recommended for WAEC and JAMB and NECO 10 years ago. We're still using it. Go to our Nigerian higher institutions. Lecturers will tell you to go and collect the past question of the exam they said 10 years ago. You go to your colleagues that have graduated 5 years ago, you go and collect their notes because it's still the same template and scheme that the lecturer is using for you. How can you make progress that way? You have a classroom that should take 55 people, it's taking almost 600 people. People are sitting on the floor to learn, hanging on the windows to learn. If you don't sit in front, you will not hear what the lecturer is saying. We'll get serious, people. Let us get serious.
Let us get serious. We need to get serious, and that's not a joke. We're not, we're not joking here. We need to get serious. We're about to round up, but I would love for us to take this last message. It says, "Good morning. I love your analytical and profundity, precision. You guys always state it the way it should be. The point is our leaders don't listen to our grievances nor your analysis on social media. I presume they would listen to you." And this is coming from Henry Ogbaji from Dokwemu. Henry, would like to thank you and thank everybody who interacted with us, who gave us feedback on the program. It's time for us to call it a wrap, and not before we plead with you to continue to follow us on all our social media platforms. It's MITV Plus it's MITV Plus on Facebook, and it's MITV Plus _NG on Instagram, TikTok, and X. You can also watch our programs live on YouTube at MITV Plus _NG. Remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. That's the way we call it a wrap. And Okpe would like to say his goodbyes before I
Yes,
round up.
we just hope to keep talking, just like the last message said. And it's really exciting that we have people listening to us and, of course, feeding us back. Let's get the conversation going. Don't stop talking. My name is Okpeyemi Akini. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm excited.
Yes, thank God Friday is coming. Thank you so much for watching the program. My name is Tom Aderele, and I want you to do something for me. Stand in front of the mirror and take a good look at yourself. If there's anything you need to change, it's time to change it right now so that the world will be a better place. Thank you for watching the program. We hope to see you again tomorrow morning. I'll be here, and so will Okpe be, by the grace of God. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and God bless you for being in touch with us today.